How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Now, it's been a minute since we touched on the Northampton Saints. With all of this international rugby going on, the domestic season finished, fixtures have been released, squads have been released. I want to break it down, see what you guys think. And for all of you Saints fans, as always, if you haven't been across my channel, please like, subscribe. And for anybody, it helps the channel grow. And let's get into it. So looking at the fixtures, this is going to be a difficult season. Especially after last year, the Saints, they finished 8th. They came runners up in the Champions Cup, which was so close. And I would have loved to see the Saints come through with the Champions Cup win, albeit good performance. They were beaten by Bordeaux relatively easily. But now we look on and we move up, onward, upward, and hopefully we're going to have a better season. We've seen a lot of Lions. We've seen the likes of Alex Mitchell, Finn Smith, Tommy Freeman, Henry Pollock, and the list just goes on. We've seen a lot of Saints players play for England while a majority of the big players are on the Lions tour and putting in some good performances. So this is definitely a big boon. This is a very good for the Saints. A lot of these players are getting international experience as well, finding their feet, keeping themselves ready until the season starts in September. And it's going to be interesting. So let's break into the fixtures. So the first game is going to be Exeter Chiefs at home, which is sure to be an absolutely fire game, opening up the season. And honestly, I think the Saints have this one. I think they have it pretty good, and I have a pretty good feeling about this season, about this campaign. We have a lot of teams. We have a lot of players that are coming. We did lose players like Warno Augustus, Mayana Vanua as well, and we have lost some players, but we've gained some players. A big one is Danilo Faschetti. Danilo Faschetti. I always get this guy's surname incorrect. Faschetti, big player, big hitter, plays very well for Italy. So I cannot wait to see him come in, especially when you have the likes of Iogun as well. We are seeing, Oli Scola? We are seeing Sonny Tongawiha, as well. Trevor Davison, big guy, so there's going to be a lot of competition for places, especially in terms of the props. Hookers, we're looking at Langdon, Robbie Smith, Henry Walker, and then Craig Wright. Obviously, for me, Langdon is going to be the number one choice, but there's going to be a lot of players that are going to be vying for that position as well. In terms of the locks, loose forwards, we are seeing Archie Appleby, Archie Appleby being called up, Luke Ainsworth Cave being called up as well. We have JJ van der Mecht being brought in, which is always lovely to see. Jack Lawrence being promoted, but otherwise Henry Pollock, big player. Josh Kameni. We are seeing Tom Lockett. Alex Coles. Alex Coles has been performing so well recently. So big players, and again, all these players are keeping themselves fit, getting that form. I find a lot of the Saints players have found a lot of form. Scrum halves. So we've got Alex Mitchell. We are seeing Aidan Pugh, Johnny Wyman being called up as well, but otherwise Tom James and Archie McParland going to be fighting for that position with Alex Mitchell. Unfortunately, I feel that's only going to go one way, but always good to have that competition. In terms of fly halves, we've got Anthony Ballot and Finn Smith. Anthony Ballot is by no means going to let Finn Smith take all the glory. He's going to be fighting tooth and nail for every single start, for every single part. So Finn Smith had better watch his back, because Ballot is an absolute beast. Coming from top 14 rugby, that is not easy. The pace that is kept, the intensity and the physicality of it is going to be perfect for the Premiership. So it's going to be interesting to see how he fits in with the Saints and how Finn Smith can keep his head above Anthony Ballot. In terms of centres, Fraser Dingwall, Rory Hutchinson, who just bagged himself a try for Scotland just last weekend, Tom Litchfield, Henry Lumley being called up, Billy Pascoe. I'm really looking forward to seeing Billy Pascoe getting a little bit of game time. I really like him as a centre. Freddie St. John as well, really hope he gets some game time. I think he's such an amazing talent. And yeah, definitely a player to watch out for. And then Toby Thame. In terms of the back three, we are seeing Amina Kakusau, I think I got this names correct, being brought in. Tommy Freeman, George Furbank. Hopefully he's fit, he's ready. He's had a little bit of time off. I want him to be fully ready, healed. The Saints are not the Saints without Furbank at fullback. We need our big man there. He needs to be there. He is one of our engines. He's one of those key cogs in the engine that we call the Saints that really helps us run and become champions, right? Last year we struggled without Furbank when he wasn't there. When he was on, even when he came on partially injured, not ready to return, he still managed to bag himself a try. So it's going to be interesting to see what kind of form he's going to come into, and hopefully he can stay injury free. Will Glister is being promoted, but otherwise we have so Will Glister, James Patter, Thomas Rowe is an academy trialist, I believe, and then Eduardo Todaro as well. But otherwise, we have James Martin, James Ram, George Hendy, Ollie Slightholm. Again, Ollie Slightholm, he has been marred with injury. Ram late on last year as well. And the Saints really, really struggled with a lot of injuries last year. And I'm really, really hoping we can overcome this. Have an injury-free season, albeit that's practically impossible to do when you're talking about rugby. But big players like your Hendys, your Furbanks of the world. We do not want them getting injured, because these are key players. So Tommy Freeman has been in absolutely brilliant form. I'm really looking forward to a good season from Trevor Davison as well. Alex Coles is just improving. I can definitely see him playing more consistently for England and really start fighting for a spot. But otherwise, we've got a lot of talent coming in. We brought in a lot of talent as well, which is lovely to see. Where we've lost players, we've also brought in players of quality like JJ van der Mecht, like Danilo Faschetti. Faschetti is an experienced bull that I'm sure he's going to end up starting, and he is going to scrummage the life out of these players. But like I say, there's going to be big games here. We're going to be finding in October we got to play Leicester, right? And we're playing Leicester at home. That's not an easy task. Yes, Cinch is not an easy stadium to come to, but Leicester, the way that they've played, yes, they've lost Handré Pollard, but they have recruited really, really well. So I'm really scared about that. Bristol Bears in November. December, we're going to be playing up against Sale, Sharks, and Bath Rugby. Playing Sale at home and Bath away. Like, really, that is not going to be easy. I can definitely see good performance in January up against the Harlequins, but then again, we're playing again Sale Sharks away. So the timing of these performances aren't exactly the best, especially our initial away games. But I'm really looking forward to the Saracens at home. That's going to be a big game for me. As I know a lot of Sarri fans, so it's going to be a fun one. But yeah, I've got a lot of hope for this season. A good amount of talent has been brought in. A good amount of youth has been promoted into the A team, and hopefully they'll be able to get get a bit of playtime, and maybe we might even find another Henry Pollock. So I definitely would like that. Freddie St. John, in my opinion, he's going to be one of those players that I don't want to big him up too much, but I think he is absolutely fantastic. So guys, let me know what you think. Can the Saints get as can they get into that top four? Those top four places, really challenging for that number one. Maybe just playoffs. I'm just hoping for something. I'm hoping for another strong Champions Cup, but we need to be more consistent throughout the season on multiple levels. This is where depth comes in, right? Where Bath, they triple winners. Yes, they won the I think it's the EPCR. They didn't win the Champions Cup, but they won a European trophy and 2 domestics. So it's going to be interesting to see what kind of season the Saints can have. A lot of talent here. Drop your thoughts in the comment section below. As always, please like, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.